Story number 1. Hi all. I'm hoping for some thoughts on the situation my husband and I are going to put in place for the upcoming school year. I'm really undecided on if this is a good idea or not. For some background info, my husband and I both teach high school at the same school, 25-minute commute both ways. Daycare is halfway there. Husband gets the kids, ages 2 and 4, ready in the morning, makes breakfast, feeds the pets, lets the dog out, drives kids to school. This allows me to sleep a little more, get ready without rushing, etc. Our workday begins at 8 a.m. I pick up the kids from school at 3:45 p.m. Then we are home by 4 p.m. When we get home, my kids usually have a quick snack while I pack school bags, empty the dishwasher, feed the pets, then get dinner going. A typical evening routine continues with eating dinner, playing, picking up, baths, story time, etc. until the kids are in bed at 8 p.m. Here's the thing. My husband wants to teach night school this school year and this school year only. It'd be 5 days a week and he'd be getting home at 8:30 p.m. We have an astronomical amount of bills right now. We moved into a new build house last year and have quite a few things like landscaping, new furniture, rooms needing to be repainted, sprinkler system, etc. to pay for. We have a handful of monthly payments that will all be paid off by June of 2024, when the school year is over, along with daycare costs, inflation, 2 car payments, etc. We are essentially living paycheck to paycheck right now and it sucks. I'm not unhappy living this way, but my husband has horrible financial anxiety and is stressed to the point that he is unhappy. We aren't able to add any extras like we could in the past. Gymnastics for the kids, date nights, going out to eat. For example, he proposed the idea of teaching night school this school year, just for a year, to help us get by. Next year my oldest will be in kindergarten and our daycare payment will be cut in half. One of our cars will be paid off, etc. So this is temporary. I'm just nervous. My husband and I have always had the same work schedule and it's stressful to imagine being with my kids all evening with no support from a spouse. My kids are not easygoing. They are high needs. My son has sensory processing disorder and my daughter is clingy and always wants to be on top of me. My 3 pets are not easygoing either. They are elderly and have some health issues. Being a teacher, you are on all day, and having to go home then parent, it's exhausting. I'm sad my kids won't see their dad much during the school week either. I'm just not sure if this is the right or wrong decision. With that being said, obviously single moms do this and more every day. I'm somewhat looking forward to the challenge and I know the extra money will be immensely helpful. I'm still just torn if it's the right fit for our family. My husband really seems to want to do this. He seems to recognize how we will both be making sacrifices with him doing this, and we both know even though he's the one working, my evenings will be much more work than his evenings. Any advice and/or thoughts? Story number 2. I have to say I probably have it a little easier than some single moms, and the reason why I say that is because I live with family. And I do because where I live it's impossible to live on my own anywhere. For that matter, I'm sure. My baby girl is 7 months old and she just came down with croup. I hate seeing her sick, but this is her first real illness. She is in daycare and I work for the county public school system. I am working summer schools but hours are shorter. I speak to a therapist normally once a week and this time I'm ready to just break down. I say that cause my mom is an alcoholic who has been battling breast cancer since last year, and I took days off to help with her surgery and be there for her with appointments and all. Anyways, I am staying with her for now and she's an older mom like I am. My therapist asked me what have I done for myself lately. That's what has me so upset. I love my daughter with all my heart and I have her 100% of the time because her sperm donor has nothing to do with us. I have not seen a dime from him and child support stuff through court has been in since Jan of this year. I have no time to myself except after she goes to bed, of course, which is normally 8 p.m. but for the past few weeks her whole sleep has been messed up. Teething regressions, and now with her being sick, I'm like OMG. I may live with fam and yes they help as much as they can. Like my mom watches her while I clean up, or like I run out to get something I need for her like meds or baby food. I know how important it is mental health wise to do something for yourself. I did get my nails done not too long ago. Not complaining, I am just so overwhelmed. Trying to look at places so she and I can move. Single motherhood is so hard. On top of having some other family who love making me feel guilty about a lot of different stuff. Sometimes I swear I'm not cut out to be a mom. And I feel like I'm failing my baby girl. I just really need to vent. I hope all of you mamas out there have some sort of support system. Just know y'all are amazing. Story number 3. A little background. I am 36 and divorced. I was with my ex for about 10 years. Prior to him I was in a steady 5-year relationship. This is my first pregnancy. I was convinced I was unable to get pregnant. I am currently 18 weeks pregnant by a one-night stand. I reached out to the father but received no response. My doctor's office has an OBGYN that does apps once a week. She is able to do appointments up to 20 weeks then refers you to an actual OBGYN office. When she found out I didn't have a long-term partner involved, she made a comment about STD testing. I had recently done this before I found out I was pregnant because I had my annual PAP. It wasn't that she suggested it, because I understand it's important information, but it was the way she said it. Then the other day I had an initial phone app for the new OBGYN that I am being referred to. The nurse doing the phone app asked who the baby's father was. When I explained he wasn't in the picture, she asked if it was okay that I was pregnant. Is this a normal follow-up question? I wanted to respond with, well, it's a little too late now, isn't it? Just feeling very judged about being a single mom. It's not the craziest this that happens in life. Story number 4. Greetings everyone. I need your advice. My fiance got me pregnant and abandoned me because I refused to terminate the pregnancy as he has asked me to. He swore not to have anything to do with me and the baby. Because of that I work day and night to make sure I don't lack anything when the baby finally arrives. Because of the stress I started having complications in the pregnancy. I called him to inform him about my complications, and he warned me not to involve him in my problems and that he is not interested in me and my baby. So because of my complications I end up giving birth at 7 months. I gave birth to my baby prematurely. She was in the incubator for months without the help, support or assistance of the father and family. I spend all my savings, almost $400K, for my treatment and her treatment. The moment he find out about the baby that I have put to birth, he wants to come into our lives again, saying he is sorry for abandoning us and wants to be part of his baby life, that the baby needs to know his is her father. Please advise, what should I do at this moment? How do I handle the situation? Thanks. Story number 5. I hate feeling this way. My entire day is put towards my oldest. I have a younger son who gets almost none of my attention because my oldest continues to act out every minute of the day. No punishment method works. I swear we've tried everything but spanking. Not an option. He is making life so miserable some days. I cry nearly every morning at the thought of doing it all again that day. Not to mention we've been potty training for 6 months or better and he truly doesn't care about it, so I am at my wit's end. Please tell me I am not alone. Tell me it gets any better, please. What are your thoughts on these scenarios? Please leave any gems, advice and/or comments below.